Well, hey boys, this is my as of now, this is my top runner. It has like 450,000 in the fleet. Truck's still working hard. This is not the trailer it typically pulls. I just pulled this trailer around the yard. I'm just showing you this trailer. Some of you boys are gonna be wondering, what the heck? You're just curious, you know. So as far as the truck goes, it's a 2014. The usual what I buy, you know, crew cab, Cummins, 342 rear end, and Aisin transmission, of course. Got the airbags in the back. Look a little flat. Looks like they might need some air. That boat isn't that heavy to. Yeah, the airbags are a little flat. But yeah, nothing crazy, man. I wish I could tell you some crazy stories. Oh, actually, no, there was something. There was an event that happened. I better share y'all, and something y'all better start doing. So we all know that these calipers. Hold on a second. I turned on the ignition to show you the mileage, and I never showed you that darn mileage. Look at that. All right, there's something in the memory already. 449.8, man. That's 450,000. Man, beautiful. I'm guessing the sensors, one of the wheels is, yep, one of the wheels are missing a sensor. So a sensor went kaboom. Well, that looks odd. 80 pressure up front and then 74 in the rear. Better have my boys. They might have rotated and forgot to adjust for. But anyways, something y'all gotta keep in mind. Calipers, you know what I mean? They go kaboom. There's just mileage, it goes kaboom. Looks like guys just did an oil change on this bad boy. Yeah, she's a little dirty, but she's stock. What I mean by stock is all these components are here. Shoot, what can I tell you? Nothing crazy happened under here. Something I want my boys to do is pull out the radiator and clean it real thorough. I mean, 450,000 is the original radiator, believe it or not. Clearly, the band started leaking, so they just put I guess a good old hose clamp. That's odd. They usually crack right here. Can't stop them leaking. You can tell this hose clamp isn't fresh either, so I guess it's doing a good job. These calipers, guys, man, well, I'm having a hard time focusing. On the rear, I think it was that side. On the rear, the caliper just went kaboom. I couldn't quite put a finger on it, what for and all that jazz, because beforehand, the brakes, the front brakes last 200,000, and the rears probably last about 250. Well, sometime after 200, they like to start crumbling on you. So we started doing just all four corners on the brakes and the shoes or pads. Shoot, on the pads and the rotors. In most cases, some cases, you can tell this thing has new rotors back here. So if I'm not mistaken, that side caliper went kaboom. Wasn't pleasant, so we did what we do on the road, got her home safely, and because it took out that side of the rotors, we put new rotors here, and I believe the guys put new calipers on here. These calipers have been on probably about a month and a half now, but as far as things happening, that's probably as eventful as it got on this truck. So once again, something very important when y'all starting a truck, always listen to the way it fires. The first kick up, so as soon as this thing's loud. As soon as the computer allows it to fire up, the way it grabs. You're looking for something not like boom, 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 like, you know, misfire, not like just random firing order. You want a solid kick, like a kickstart, a solid kickstart. So just listen to it. Just boom. You know, a lot of times when the diesels are really cold, yeah, they like to stutter or hit and miss kind of situation on the initial startup. But overall, you want to make sure it just kicks right up and grabs what it needs to grab. What amazes me is the AC still works decently and respectfully here. So, I mean, it's probably not good as new, but still blowing nice and cold air. Of course, I don't have a thermometer on my hand, but it works. Can I show you gas mileage? Let me show you gas mileage. 14 miles to the gallon. Of course, that doesn't tell you a lot. Let's do this. 5,400 miles. This thing has been getting 13.8. That is impressive. Well, 50 hours. That's not quite 5,400 now. So, I mean, that alone should tell you this is a more accurate reading, because the mileage resets, I think, every 10,000 at 50 hours. Yeah, that's definitely more than that. Well, is it? Maybe it is. 50 miles an hour for 10 hours gives you, I don't know, not really. Second one. So the first one is 5,400 miles, 13.8 on the miles per gallon, and 50 hours and 45 minutes, rounded off 51 hours. That second one's 5,700 miles, 13.9 and 23. I mean, that's half the hour. So yeah, that trip A at some point it reset itself, definitely. Yeah, it's very impressive. This truck gets good gas mileage, pulls good, guys aren't complaining. I'll put a little video together how I resurrected these injectors. Guys, these are original injectors. These are the injectors that I've been testing with and working them and keeping a close eye on them. They were due for a change, I don't know, probably about 300,000. I had a very careless driver, just drove this thing, the piss out of it, the snot out of it, drove it with water in the fuel. I mean, it got so bad, he left that water, parked the truck, and we weren't able to start the truck. Good thing it was at the yard, because in the winter it's so frozen. It's so disappointing how people don't take care of other people's equipment. I mean, the short gist of it, if the truck goes down, you sort of don't have a job, you know what I mean? If you did a good job putting this truck down, I'm not really going to give you another truck. But anyways, these injectors were due to go, and you could tell how responsive it is, and the way the engine idles, okay? The plastic's jumping just a hair. But just look at this. I know it's not a fair comparison as far as blow by, but still, I mean, this is the crank. You know what I mean? It's not getting lifted by compression loss or blow by. I'm very impressed with this truck. I mean, it runs good. Look at that. Freaking awesome, man. Alrighty, boys. I'm done showing y'all this greatness about my truck. I'm keeping my spirits high about this truck. First, I said, man, if the tranny lasts 300,000, because I'm a hardcore, initially when I was buying this vehicle, I'm a hardcore manual guy, but I said, you know, if the slush box survives 300,000, I'll be happy. Well, a lot of things survive 300,000. Better simply explained, most of the truck, 99% of the truck survived 300,000, and we're shooting for 600. The tranny lasts 600, I'll be a happy camper. The engine lasts 600, I'll be a happy camper. You never know, boys. I'm shooting for $1 million on the engine. You know what I mean? If I get $1 million out of this engine, man, am I going to be happy. There's proof that Cummins is still a solid engine maker. I mean, they got the other ones beat as far as towing, okay? I'm not saying Cummins is the best thing on earth. I'm just saying there's things that Cummins are not as good at versus the Duramax or the Power Joker. But those engines beat the Cummins in other areas. But most important area for me is towing, and none other than a Cummins as far as towing and that backbone torque pulling, plowing through the mountains, through the headwinds and all that stuff is very, very impressive. And what you see back there, that little boat, that's on a lucky day. You know, a lot of times it's containers and all these parachute looking things. I mean, the video doesn't do this truck justice. I mean, how smooth this thing runs, it just makes me happy. Just super impressed with it. Just runs so freaking smooth. Valve adjustments. I think the last valve adjustment, I only had one valve adjustment. It was about 300 or 350. I can't remember. So, man, this engine is just something. Anyways, boys, as always, may the Lord bless you. May y'all have a mighty fine day, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted how it's all going here. You know, some of these trucks are awesome and low mileage, and some of them are high mileage. This truck has like 300. That one's brand new. That one's service. I don't know how much that one is, but that's a brand new truck too. That's an 18. Anyways, boys, yeah, God bless you. God bless America, and God bless Cummins, because I'm super happy with Cummins. Bye.